Okay, this is just a short video telling you the introduction to PubMobile. It's probably going to be boring for most people because they already know, but if you don't, this will maybe be helpful. This is, of course, your home screen. This is what you see every time you actually get on. So, with that, we're going to show you some of the things that you can find while on the home screen. Okay, let's start with crates. Crates in different forms. That, this one, and this one. Well, actually, these three specifically, this one, and this one, cost money. So if you don't want to pay money, you can't get them. This one also costs money. So I stand corrected. These four, if you want to get them, cost money. This one here is your soldier's crate. That costs coins that you make playing the game. So it doesn't cost you any money out of your pocket or anything like that. And you don't get a choice of what you want. So to show you, I'm going to open one since I have 18,000. Open once. I got a red t-shirt. Yay. You can open it again and it costs a little bit more each time, but that's the idea. Okay, now you have your shop, which same thing, money, 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 firearms. You don't actually buy these, you buy the skins for them. So that ice blue right there, the glacier, it costs money, and anytime you pick up this weapon, it'll have that skin on it. You don't actually own the weapon though. So let's be clear, you don't own any weapons on this. You just own the skins. So with that, okay, I'm not gonna play right now. Okay, now you have RP. It's considered Royal Pass, which gives you different ratings, and anytime you get higher reward, you get an option for gifts and stuff. If you want to buy a Royal Reward Pass, it's going to cost you money, but that's up to you. You don't have to. So you have missions. Okay, since it's a new login day, I can collect my today's RP. Now, if you go back to reward, see I have 25 of 100 RP. So right now I don't get anything from the gift until it gets to 100. So each time I do a mission, you get RP points. So if I complete this mission here, this kill an enemy from 200 meters away 3 times, I've got one more. If I complete it, I get 100 RP, and that goes on that other screen that I showed you. Otherwise, I can complete it now if I have the tickets for it, which I don't think I do. Okay, and then you have redeem. Most of these are rank based, but the second one here, if I want to buy it, I have to have 96,000 coins, which you get in the game, so it's free. Okay, now events. I can redeem this. It doesn't cost me anything. Season total, I can collect that. Doesn't cost me anything. Okay, now mail, these are your friends. You have Facebook friends and everything. So these people gifted me BP. So I'm going to gift him back. I'm going to gift him back. Him. him. And you can only do this so many times a day, so you gotta kind of pick who you want. See, I'm out of BP gift, so I can't gift her, which I want to. So anyway, now BP goes to your amount of level, I guess you could say. So I need 33,285 BP to get to level 51. So each time I do that, it helps me out. And you get that while you're playing too. Okay, now let's go with this. I can collect all of them. It's my daily login and everything. And then you have progress missions. It'll light up when you have a new progress mission. Achievements, same thing. It'll tell you when you have a new one. And when you can accept your reward for it. I need 196, so I have 115 before I can get that achievement reward. Okay. Inventory. That's a big one. This depends on what you've gotten from the crates, the free ones, or even some of the ones that you get free from the game. These are all outfits that I can use. So right now I have, hold on, I'll get to you later. Right now I have the hula skirt thing on. If I want to take it off, I gotta go up to the hula skirt, unequip it, and then I can go to shirts or jackets and stuff like that, and I can equip that. So we're gonna go with the new one I got. So we're gonna go with that one. This crate thing here tells you everything that you have that the game gave you free. So I'm gonna open the thrill ride. That gives me BP, which goes to my level. Okay, and then I'm going to open this free treasure crate that I got. And that gave me blue jeans, which is not what I need, but okay, these, that gives me, when I get 10 of them, it gives me a premium crate coupon scrap. So that doesn't cost you anything. You get a premium crate. Classic crate when I get 10 of them. And that's just a crate coupon. So when you get 10, it'll give you a certain crate that you can open. Okay, weapons. This is not the weapons that you own. Like I said, you don't own any weapons on this game. But it's got skins. Like, if you look, I have a Uzi with a desert skin. I also have a Kar 98 with a desert skin. And these are free. They give you them on the game, or you can buy them. I have a Mini with a kind of yellow and blue, and I guess it's kind of a cool skin. And then I also have a P92 pistol with a desert skin. Okay, so that's that. Armory. This is kind of a neat thing because if you don't know what your weapon takes, or any of the weapons take, you can look on here. These are all things that you either get through the game, like I said, the finishes, or skins as we call them, or you can buy them. Sights, these are what you find in the game that you can put on this gun. So if you find a red dot, you can put a red dot on it. If you find a 6x scope, you can put a 6x scope on it. If you find a compensator for an AR, which this is, you can put it on it. Flash hider for an AR, suppressor for an AR. Now, just game mechanics, compensator is your best for controlling your weapon, or helping control your weapon. Silencer or suppressor obviously makes your gun super quiet compared to what it normally is. Flash hider, it helps you, but not as good as the compensator does. And all of these guns tell you what, if you look in the muzzle portion of it, it tells you what it can take. Not all guns take the same, so you might want to check that out. This is a Scar L, and this one specifically has different attachments you can put on it to make it better. So you can put a foregrip on it. Your best ones are your angled, your vertical, and your light grip. That helps you control the weapon much more. Thumb grip is good because it helps you open your sight faster if you have a scope on, but I don't like it. Laser sight, it just adds another way of aiming. Some people like them, some people don't. Half grip, I don't like them because it allows your gun to shake a little bit more while you're firing, which kind of sucks. So that is that. That's the skin I have on my M416. Like I said, I didn't have to buy it. It came free for doing stuff. Here's a big one. Groza. It's considered an AR weapon, but the only muzzle that it will take is a suppressor. So if you try to put anything else on it for a muzzle, it will not work. That is also the same as the Thompson. Thompson can take only one type of vertical foregrip. Takes any of the different magazines, but again, you can only put the suppressor on it. And with the Thompson, unlike any other weapon pretty much as far as the machine types, you can't put any kind of sight at all on it. What you get is what you get. Okay. Shotguns. Very powerful, but they have really big limitations. For instance, range, stuff like that. This one is a 12 gauge, and as you can see, it only has 2 barrels. So, a lot of damage. Not much fun if you're trying to kill a bunch of people. And it doesn't have very many attachments. Pump gauge, I like them because you have 5 shots. They do a lot of damage at close range and medium range actually. But again, you really can't put a whole lot on them. SK12, the bad boy of the shotguns. I will not lie, this is an awesome shotgun. 5 shots, as fast as you can pull the trigger. Love it. You can put different attachments on it for sights, different muzzles on it, different magazines on it for ammo. Love it. Okay, that's enough for the armor. You can figure that out on your own. Crew. This is something you can make. It's free to make. You can invite people. Like these are people on my crew. It really doesn't give you a whole lot, but some of the challenge missions ask you to do a match with crew members, so it helps on that. I'm going to invite Sneak and Shoot since I like him, and I'm going to invite Big Easy and Mary Poppins. She's awesome. So that's that. Okay, clan. This is the clan I'm on, OG Killers. They're awesome. Great group of guys. If you click on clan training, it'll tell you what boxes you can open from the clan that you've gotten awarded that day. It'll tell you what today's clan training is. And today it's total rounds fired in any mode. So anytime you shoot something, it goes to the clan reward. So if you want to rank up in your clan faster, as far as 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, shoot a lot of rounds. You don't really get any bonus for it, but your clan does. And it's good if you're, kind of top of your clan. Information about your clan right now, I have an 800 weekly activity, 9,746 for season activity, and you get, your clan gets bonuses for all that. You get bonuses for it, or rewards for it, so it's a good idea to be active as much as possible. Shop. These are things that you can buy with clan coins. Some of them, like this, clan title, it gives you it for limited time. So if I want to purchase that clan title, I can get it for 7 days, and it costs me 400 clan tokens, which is not much, but it's just something that you can put on your you can put on this for a clan title. It goes actually right here. Right now I've got OG Killers Elite because I'm an elite on the clan, which is my status. Okay. Enough of that. Season. This tells you how well you've done during the season, and you get rewards if you get like reach diamond tier, reach platinum tier, that kind of stuff. You got squads, duos, and solo. I lost a rank last night in solo, so that kind of sucks. And that's my first person. Third person, I'm platinum and everything. Okay, now this is where you can invite friends. It's on the left kind of bottom of your screen. It says invite. So if I want to play a match, I can invite these people. If they accept, they accept. If they don't, they don't. Patton71, he's doing a 2-person match. Ennis is doing a 4-person match. So if I want to join his match, I can click on it and join his match. You can see who you've recently played with that's not on your friends list. You can see who's in your crew that's on. And you can see who's in your clan that's on. So that's that. Okay, now, on your friends with the 2 heads, it'll tell you who's your Facebook friends. And you can message them, stuff like that, tell them you're on. Game friends, same thing. You can control your game friends. You can talk to them. You can give them BP. If you have the ability, recent teams, it'll tell you who you were with, how you did on the game. It'll give you the option to add them as friend. Recent likes, same thing. It'll tell you who liked your stuff in the game recently, and it'll tell you who you liked. Synergy. This is kind of different because if you've liked their stuff and sent them coins or BP and stuff, it gives you synergy with them. And if you've played matches, actually, I take that back. If you've played matches with them, it gives you synergy with them, which means that you have a connection. And after you get 100 synergy points, you can invite them to private matches and stuff. You can set up a match with them, stuff like that. Add friend, same thing. You can add any of these people as friends for your friend list, but you only get so many. You can search friends, stuff like that. It's something I don't really use, but it gives you a better idea. Okay, now I'm going to go to the shooting range, and this is a great place to try out different weapons and to figure out how to do different things. Like, these are the backpacks that they have available. If you want to carry stuff, you have to have a backpack. The bigger the backpack, the better. So you have you have your just basic backpack that you start with in the game. Then you have level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3 is obviously the best. It has a 250 pound capacity or space capacity. Level 2 has a 200, and level 1 has a 150. So, like I said, the better backpack, the better amount of stuff you can take. So, that's that. Now, energy drinks, boost, all that kind of stuff help your health and your ability to take damage from different things like bullets, blue zone, that kind of stuff. I'll show you what that means in a future one, but for now this is just, basics. Okay, now over here you have your different types of weapons. Like, these all take 45. It shows you on that little placard. So this gets you familiar with what guns take what type of ammo. 9mm, same thing. 12 gauges, same thing. 5.56, same thing. 7.62, crossbow, and magnum. This only takes that one certain type of bullet, and you cannot find them in the game. You have to find them in crates. Follow up on a different video and you'll see what a crate is. This is different armor, same as backpacks. The higher the rating, the better. So level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 3 is obviously the best. Helmets, exact same thing. Level 1, 2, 3. These are melee weapons. These are what you can hit people with. Boring. Also help you protect. It gives you protection from bullets and other odds and ends. These are your different magazines that you can pick up for your weapons. Now over here we have ammo for all your different types of weapons, scopes for all your different kinds of weapons. Okay, now this is the good thing about this, besides being able to figure out what does what and what it takes. And you can pick up as much ammo as you want. There is no limit. Okay, now see where the crossbow thing is? I'm going to click on it, and that gives me my crossbow. Okay, hold on. Let me go pick up another weapon so you can see. I'm just going to pick up something generic. M672. Good weapon. It comes with 30 ammo, but that's... It takes 7.62. You can look in your backpack, click on your backpack little item thing, and you can see what you have in your backpack. And it tells you I have an M672 or 762, and it takes 7.62 millimeter ammo. So I go to 762, I find the ammo, I click on it, it gives me that ammo. Now remember, because my but because I'm just showing you how this works. Okay, now these are the different scopes I can put on stuff. And just to be funny, and since I don't have a sniper rifle that takes an 8x scope, I'm going to put a 6x on the crossbow. It's way overkill, I know, but it's fun. Okay, now, crossbows are very slow to load. That's the big drawback. But they're extremely powerful. If you hit somebody, they do a lot of damage. They have a lot of arc to them, so you got to figure out what range works for you. If you're going to use a crossbow, they're completely silent. So, like I said, I love it. Okay, now, if you want to zoom in, you can either shoot like this, with the crosshairs like that. Tell me what you want. Hit the button to shoot, and I hit. Or you can zoom in with your scope. I hit my scope icon and put it where you want it. Shoot. Okay, so that's that. Now these, going back and forth, you can shoot and it knocks them down. So you can tell if you hit it. So I'm gonna do it without scope first, and see if I can hit this with my crossbow. Let's see, come on. And I hit it. Okay, now with the scope, I'm going to go at a further range. I'm going to try to hit that one when it comes back. Or you can chase it, it's up to you. And I hit it. It dropped. Good. Okay, so that's your crossbow. I missed. One more shot, and then I'll go to the other gun. Okay, now, that's your crossbow. Now, I switched over to my M762. It's on auto fire. I can light things up with it. Okay, so that's doing short bursts. Just keep on hitting your fire button. It's a little bit more accurate. Keeps you on target better. Or you can do see how it sight go up very often unless it's close range. Okay, now if you look above your gun, you have auto, and you can hit that and it turns it into single. So every time you hit your fire button, it fires. Now I'm out of ammo for each of them. So I need to either find more ammo or find a different gun. In the game, you'll have the choice. And here you have the choice as well. Okay, now, go back and forth, all that kind of stuff. If you push all the way up, it will make you sprint, and you can lock it so you don't have to keep holding it. Now, if you go to the right of your screen with your thumb or whatever, you can move back and forth. That makes you be able to turn. Gives you a different view. That's also how you aim. Okay, now over here, there's these crates. Why would they put crates on a shooting range, you ask? Or maybe not. This is why. Okay, now I want to jump up on there, so the little thing on the right that shows a guy jumping with his gun. I'm going to jump, get up there, crawl up there, crawl up there. Okay, now I want to go across these crates over here. To do that, you have to jump. See my guy jumping? Okay, now run, jump, run, jump. Just like a lot of other games that you have to do that in. Climb up there, climb up there, run, jump. I can run and jump to these, maybe. Nope. Didn't have enough distance, but hey, it's just showing you how to do it, so it's not technically necessary. Okay, now this block wall right here, I can climb over it. Just hit your jump button and it makes you climb over things. Now if I want to stand on the wall, I've got to do it a certain way, which is not easy. And I'm not even sure if I can do it, because I'm not doing something right, I guess. Other people are really good at this part. Me, not so much. See, I'm looking at the ground. That sucks. Okay, anyway. There we go. I got up on there. Yay me. Or you can go from this end, which is easier. You can jump up on there. Jump to the next. Jump to the next. Okay, you get the idea. Anyway. Okay, now if I need to take cover, I can... Or if I need to shoot more stably, I can hit the little kneeling guy on my icon and I can kneel. You can also walk more stealthy this way. Makes less noise. I can lay down, do the same thing. In your settings, and I'll show you that, you can set what they call peek and shoot. Hit the little guy above your movement that peeks you to the right, and you can shoot. Now what this is good for is if you can't get a good beat in a line, or if you're behind something. Okay, so I can't shoot anybody right now because it's got the red dot. Or if I turn it to the side, I can shoot around it. I can actually do the same thing with scope. So if I put my crossbow back, you can see I can't see anything. I put my scope on. It will also allow you to put your scope on automatically. It's pretty nice. Okay, now I'm going to run back over here. Now your weapon's out, or my weapon's out, it makes you run slower. If you put your weapon away by hitting the weapon icon that you're on, it'll make you run faster. My time ran out on that, so we're going to go back to home screen. And I'll show you the peek and shoot and all that kind of stuff that I was talking about. Okay, the little gear on the bottom left or right of your screen, just tap it. This gives you the basics. Aim assist, I have that because it's nice. Tap and release for both actions and crossbow. I used to use that, but I found out that it's easier and better to do the release. So what that means is you press the fire button, aim, do all that kind of stuff, and then when you want to shoot, you just take your thumb off of it, finger off of it, and it shoots. Tap shoot just means you hit the fire button and it keeps shooting. Peek and fire. That's what I was doing when I was peeking around the corner and able to see things. That allows you to do that. And if you do the peek and open scope, I enabled it so it allows me to hit the little peak and it opens my scope automatically. This also gives you other things that you can do, which you'll figure out. If you have any questions, just ask, and I'll try to explain it better. Graphics. This is a big one because people have different phones. Now, with my phone that I have, I can do the best, which is the HDR, because Ultra is not available right now. I can do Ultra frame rate, which makes it the frames faster, which gives me a little bit more of an advantage while I'm playing. On my other phone that I was playing on, I could use balanced and smooth, and it worked pretty well, but I could only go to high on it for frame rate. Okay, style, that's just a matter of preference. On gameplay, you can figure that out. Now, on that same note, this game takes a lot from your battery. It takes a lot from your power. I mean, it's a involved game. So, the game will glitch quite often, and it's annoying. It's something that a lot of different people have to deal with. If you're just running straight data like I am, that makes a lot of difference on the slower speed phones. If you're using high speed internet and data, or just high speed internet by itself, that gives you a little bit more of an advantage as far as not glitching as much. So, that's those things. Different phones do different things, so you'll figure out what works best on your phone. Controls. Now, I always use the first option, but you can customize that first option. Now, if you want to move your buttons around, you just push on the button that you want to move and move it. I want to move my scope, I can move my scope. If I want to move my exit from my vehicle, I can move that. Those are all things that you can move. Actually, everything on this screen you can move to a different location. You can reset your button size, your transparency, everything. Now, you have different layouts. So if you hit that little layout icon, you can apply different layouts to play. So I have only one because I'm boring. I hope I'm not terribly boring, but hey, it works. Okay, now, if I've changed anything, I want to save it. So hit the save. And then I want to exit. So, okay, vehicles. Another very important thing. You'll have to drive, and driving is different whether you're in first or second or third person. First person driving for a lot of people is difficult. Third person, not as much, but you also have different vehicles, and different vehicles react differently. Some of them have an easier driving. Some of them have really difficult driving no matter what mode you're in. Okay, I'll explain the mode later more. I always do the all directions because that works better for me, but you can do any of these that you want. Sensitivity, that's a big one. I customized mine. I set all my camera stuff up as fast as it could go. My third person, first person, no scope, high as it can go. Now, these aim assists, very important, because the faster, the harder it is for a lot of people to aim. Slower, of course, you're going to aim easier, but if somebody's running, you're going to not be able to track them as easily. So that makes a difference. ADS sensitivity, same thing. Gyroscope, third person, first person, I have it set as high as it can go. When I don't have a weapon or anything, I'm just looking around. Aim assists, I've got set for different. Pickup, this is what you can auto pick up if you have it enabled, which I do. So if you look at the top, auto pickup, I can disable it if I want or enable it. Auto pick up pistols, I do because any kind of weapon is good. At first. Auto pick up when list is collapsed. Enable it. Auto pick up level 3 backpacks. Definitely enable that. Okay, now if you look at the set pickup limit for ammo, this is kind of important because you got to remember you have 2 weapons that you can use plus a pistol. So if you have like a 7.62 and a 5.56 and a 9mm pistol, you're going to have 3 different kinds of ammo that you're picking up. You only have a limited amount of space. So set those for whatever limit you want, because the game will only give you so much if you don't. Recovery items. This is another big one. I have med kits set at 6. Med kit gives you full health no matter what. First aid kit gives you so much health when you use it. I have that set to 20 because they're really necessary. Bandages, same thing. They give you health, but not as much as the first 2 that I mentioned. So I have those set at 20. Energy drinks make you run a little bit faster and be able to take a little bit more damage, like I was saying. So I have that set at 10. Painkillers, same thing. It helps you take a little bit more damage. Adrenaline is kind of like the energy drink. I have that set at 10. Grenades. So you have all 4 different grenade types. Frag grenades, I always have it set at 6. Smoke grenades, because I don't really use them a ton, I only have that set at 2. Molotov cocktail, I have set at 6 because I like them. Stun grenades do no good for real, so I have that set at 0. I don't want to pick those up. Scopes come in handy. So I have that set to where I can auto pick up so many of each. Audio allows you to change what you hear and what you don't. Quick chat. This is another thing that's kind of necessary. You have your basics that come when you play the game, but I always do some of the ones that come with it, but I also do custom. So put change, and you'll see that it has a X behind them, all that kind of stuff. So right now I've had these set up. Say I want to enter another one. You go over to tactics. Look through those.
I got a
Say
gun.
I want to tell my teammate I have a gun. I can put that in the first enter spot. If I want to tell him to wait, I can do that. Flank left.
Flank right.
Um, if I want to tell them to get the airdrop, I can do that. Leave the airdrops. I can do that. These here, like thanks, stuff like that. I'm going to put thank you because it comes in handy. And I'm going to leave the rest. So, now I've done that. I hit OK. Otherwise, it won't save what I just did. Language. This is what language you speak. Read, stuff like that. If you want to change it, you can. Since I'm an English speaker and reader, I just have it on English. Okay, so that's the settings. That's boring. That's an intro to the game. That's kind of boring. Tried to make it as best as possible, but hey, what can you do? Okay, now, for those that don't know anything about PUBG Mobile, this game, like I said, is difficult on different forms, depending on your phone, stuff like that. It glitches a lot, stuff like that. There are glitches in the game itself, so it's the same as other games as far as that goes. Now, what makes this game different than all the other games that I've played, or 90% of them anyway, this game you can play absolutely free and still do the same as everybody else. As far as, you know, how many kills you can get, how much rank you can get, all that kind of stuff is up to you by how much you play and how good you get. Since you cannot buy anything and keep it, as far as weapons, scopes, attachments, anything like that, it's not necessary to spend money on that. Clothing, optional. You can spend money on it. You don't have to. It does no good in the game for the most part. So it's just preference. So you have to understand this game is completely free. Adding money to it is completely optional because it does not affect gameplay itself. So, when it says it's a free game, this is really that. Everybody goes into the matches equal. You all have to find guns. You all have to find ammo, attachments for the guns, backpacks, all that kind of stuff. That's in-game. You can't bring it with you. When you die, it goes into a little box. I'll show you that in a separate video. But when you pick something up in the game, you cannot bring it out of the game. It doesn't come with you when you get back to the home screen. You're back to normal. So, completely free. Everybody's the same when they get into the game. All that. Okay, now, if you want to play a match, you hit the little icon that has your map looking thing on it. You go to this screen here, first person perspective or third person perspective. That's what you see when you're in the game. I'm sure you pretty much know what those are. These are the different maps that you can do. You can highlight them and it'll give you random 4. So when you start the match, it's up to the server to put you on whatever map. You can do 4-player, so hit the 4 people icon, 2-player, 1-player, that kind of thing. You can match by language, or you can hit the thing and say that it doesn't matter. Auto matching. Okay, so if I'm by myself and I want to go into a 4-person match, I'm joining a random 3 people, I can do that. If I don't want to do that and I still want to play a 4-person match, I can hit the no auto. See how that changed? See how it changes? Okay, since it's not lit up, what that means is when I go into the game, I'm going in by myself against teams of 4. So that's how you do that. If I want to do a certain map, I click on it and it lights up, and that's the only map that I will be put on. So that's that. First person's perspective. When I get into the match, that's what I'll be on. When I get into the match, I'll be in third person if I have that. You cannot change that once you're in the match. So, if you can't do first person, do not hit first person, because you will be on first person in the match, and that's how you will stay until you die. Same thing with third person. You'll be in that until you die. Okay, now, on a side note, classic, whether you're in third person or first person, will affect your season. So how well you do or how bad you do affects your season points, which affects what kind of gifts and stuff you can get, all that kind of stuff. So if you are just starting out and you're practicing, do not do classic. I repeat, do not do classic. Because if you're trying to get season points and clan points and stuff like that, it will screw you up. Do arcade. Now on arcade, it's only third person. So if you're a first person player and you only like first person, arcade is not going to work for you because it's only third person. You cannot do a first person arcade. So that said, war, if I want to do that, you get in the match, you parachute into a smaller area, and you have a weapon on you at the time. That's the only time you have a weapon with you when you jump. So it gives you random weapons too. You might have an UMP9 when you jump the one time, a Scar-L when you jump another time. It's just random. This is also the only map where if you die, you respawn as many times as the match takes. So you can die 10 times, you can die 1 time. Just depends on how good you are or how lucky. So that's the only one that you respawn each time you die. No other map, classic, arcade does that for you. Okay, so quick match. It gives you different weapons that you can choose from while you're in the match. Some matches will be only shotguns. So the only thing you can pick up is shotguns. Some matches will be item heaven, they call it. So you can pick up any item you want as long as it's in the game. They have everything too. They have the games that you can only get in special airdrops, all that kind of stuff. So if you're trying to learn new weapons, I would suggest that one. Sniper training. It's not always available, but today it is at this time. Now, when you get into the map, when you start it and everything like that, it'll tell you what kind of sniper rifles are available. That's a good way to find out which ones are which. So some of the games will be only bolt action rifles. Some of them will be all sniper rifles, and some of them will be only semi-automatics. Mini Zone is locked right now. It'll come back on in 22 hours, 54 minutes. So you can't do a mini zone, but mini zone is, the zones are smaller and they're faster. I'll show you what that means in a different video because I don't want to bore people to death on the first one. Okay, now another necessary thing to know is no matter what mode you're on, you can go up to where it says North America right there with the little Earth symbol. Click that, and that tells you what server you're on. So I'm on North America server right now, which has 150 pings. Pings slow your game down or speed your game up. You want lower pings to play. Unless you have a really good phone and you can do higher pings, it's up to you. So I'm on North America. That affects all of my North America status for the season. So if you go back to season, it'll tell you that I was platinum, all that kind of stuff. That's on the North America map or server. If you change to the Europe server, it's going to put you seasonally and everything else in a different server. Asian, same thing. So say I'm doing really good in the North America one, and I don't want to screw that up because I want to test out new things, do different maps, try out new weapons,